Until 6, Drive with Harvey Deegan.
And we do cover the big issues. We certainly do. And now we're going to address a very serious change in Australian culture, a potential change in Australian culture. And I hate to report this, but the days of the iconic thong could be numbered. I'm talking, of course, about those you wear on your feet. Guys, in case you think we're going somewhere else with this conversation, we're not. The days of the iconic thong could be numbered after medical warnings that they cause long-term physical damage. I say, is nothing sacred? There's got to be a reason. Elizabeth Carrigan joins us. She's the CEO of the Australian Pain Management Association. How are you, Elizabeth?
Oh, very well, thanks, Harvey. And you?
I am absolutely fine. Not being a...
Good.
I'm not as devastated as, say, Nick out there, because I'm not a thong wearer.
Right. Well, you know, you're joining an elite club, Harvey, and we hope that that club will grow.
Why should we ditch our thongs this summer, Elizabeth? They're part and parcel of our heritage.
Well, they are, Harvey. And look, people can continue wearing their thongs, but perhaps in smaller doses than what they're used to, because our feet are fairly important and they're expected to keep pace with our busy lifestyles. And we often don't give them too much thought. But what we found is that arch support is just incredibly important, not just for your feet, but your feet, of course, are part of your whole musculoskeletal system. And so if those curves in your feet, the arches or the heels are supported, then so are your hips and your back's going to be. So I guess that's where we're going with in terms of limiting the time that you're in your thongs for.
So we're talking really about the design of the footwear here, and there are obviously some shortcomings, Elizabeth.
Yes, so thongs are just, you know, the same depth the whole way along. And so, you know, where you've got that arch and that curve in your foot, you know, the thongs are not sort of really designed to protect and support that. So if we're putting the whole weight of our bodies on our feet, then we need those arches to be as supported as well as possibly can be. And I guess there are thongs and there are sandals and, of course, other footwear out there that do support your arches, but many don't. And I guess that's the choice coming into summer that we want people to be making. So that choice for good foot health, which we may not usually consider, but is really important for our overall health.
How do you rate the wearing of thongs, quite seriously, how do you rate the wearing of thongs as being deleterious to your health for your feet versus wearing high heels, particularly those stilettos, and they still wear stilettos, but high heels, or going barefoot?
Well, look, I think they're all good points. And, I mean, stilettos, of course, I mean, don't get the workplace health and safety tick of approval either, just as thongs don't, you know, for long periods of time. But I don't think we're going to get girls out of them in a hurry. And because thongs are also not just iconic Australian sort of footwear, but they're also fashion statements at the moment, what we're asking people to do is that just to limit the amount of time that they're wearing that sort of footwear, and to go and sort of talk to, you know, footwear shops, I guess, and podiatrists or others about what sort of footwear really does have the best support.
Yeah, I would have thought that high heels were far worse for you than thongs are.
I think they probably are, Harvey, but, you know, I don't have the statistics on me to tell you the truth. So
well, neither, obviously, are all that good for you, you know. I think we've all got to get back to a system where we wear sensible shoes, Elizabeth.
Well, I think so. And, you know, like wearing what's in fashion, you know, is fun. And, you know, we all want to have fun. But having real style is also wearing what suits you. is comfortable and can be worn for hours at a time without hurting you. So that we're thinking about, you know, having health and shining from the inside out, not just, you know, what sort of brand of peacock feathers we're wearing at any particular time.
Yeah, I think you may have a difficult job in convincing a lot of Australians to get out of their thongs, but I think you make a lot of sense. There's no question about that. So we might throw it over to our listeners to see if they're prepared to throw out their thongs and to save their feet for the welfare of their feet. Maybe a podiatrist or two might give us a call, a chiropodist. What's the difference between a chiropodist and a podiatrist?
I'm not sure, but we don't hear about chiropodists that much anymore.
My mum was always going off to the chiropodist for her bunion.
Yes, that's right, or the plantar wart. But, you know, now we really only hear about podiatrists. But perhaps, you know, one of them will ring in and
explain what the difference is.
That
yeah, that'd be good. Elizabeth, been fun talking to you, and there's a serious side to this. We do want to look after our feet because if they go, then the rest of us seems to pack it in. So thanks for your time and have a lovely weekend.
My pleasure. You too, Harvey.
Elizabeth Carrigan, the CEO of the Australian Pain Management Association.